keep doing that. The brother brought out an analogy. You know, we were in Chicago. It's like putting helium into a balloon. Eventually, it's gonna pop, and that's how this economy is. So when this economy pops, their cushion that they are trying to put under themselves is this RFID chip. You know, because they want to have a cashless society for the main reason of being able to have control over everybody in the world, man. That's how the so-called white man is going to fully gain dominance over the whole world. Right now, they get every last nation by the balls, man, because every last nation are buying and trading and selling with the American currency. But you got countries that are trying to back away from that. So they're like, okay, well, how do we solidify our reign? Because they already using the Federal Reserve note, the dollar bill, around the whole world as an international reserve currency. They're already using it. But countries can say, okay, well, I don't want to use it anymore. We can trade amongst each other. But if they implement that RFID chip, they can't do that, man.
Right. Because in the sense what the brother's talking about, it's a great thing. Because eventually when you stop being able, you have like the debits or the credits, you can't sit here and hustle and make your extra money. Now it's a barter system that's going to have to be brought up, where you're going to have to trade with your fellow guy for a fishing pole, for a bag of oatmeal or something like that, in a sense. So it's not the way, you know, because you get a lot of people that get rich by just living in this life. You got people that hustle, and then you're going to stop that. That's going to make other people mad who's used to making their money different ways and be able to have a life. And when they start doing this is sort of like what they call communism, where everybody's supposed to be, is that communism where everybody's supposed to be like on the same plane, or
yeah, that's communism.
Communism, yeah, everybody on the same level, you know, and that's the type of thing it'd be with an RFID chip in your hand,
like that movie Divergent.
Divergent, kind. And everybody on the same plane, and everybody looking destitute.
Like real quick, something about communism. There's people that like to say that's like the best way to go, but it's not, because with communism, everyone's equal. You make the same amount of money, and everyone's supposed to only be as smart and as dumb as each other. But there's still one guy who's ruling over. So communism doesn't work. That's not the answer to nothing. Right? There's always going to be a hierarchy. There's always going to be those that are better than others.
Right, right. Because you got, like we said, the one-eyed king, the man that reigns over blind people, or the one-eyed king is king over the blind. He's king. The man with one eye is king over. You go straight through. So you walk behind us. The one-eyed king is king. The one-eyed man is king over the blind. So he the only one that see. That's the Illuminati. They're supposed to be the one that sees. They're supposed to be the one that sees everything, and we all supposed to be on the same level. We all supposed to be the blind who's just patting our hand on everything, and not being able to have good movement in this world, because the way it's supposed to be in your hand, you're supposed to be able to feed yourself. Everything is going to be and have a little something for yourself in this, even in this godforsaken world, because everybody don't want to be on the same plane. But this is what Esau's doing. He want to control everything, which in time will, it seems like he'll reduce his money if he does, because if you know how niggas love Jordans, if they hustling, just say they hustling money out here for other reasons, they out here buying a lot of shit. Now when you get these credit-based systems, this RFID chip, it's gonna be, I can only pay for this.
With the RFID chip, they can just make money.
They can add, you know, like time. What's that? What's the out of time?
Out of time, yeah.
Out of time.
They can just put in the system, okay. Well, $11 trillion. You know, I want to add $11 trillion to the economy. They can just do it.
Yeah. But that's if you're the good boy. You know, that might be if you're just a good boy. Look, man, the Lord is about to show this whole world. You know, when y'all see martial law hit these streets after the uproars of the people when this chip is implemented, which is not in 100 years, which is probably in 100 days. I don't even know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's in 100 days. It can be. They can rapidly speed this shit up, because, like we said, Wisconsin already got people in their job that's willingly taking it. It's been doing around the whole world, but it's being willingly enforced and it's willingly being put into a job so they can just walk through a door. You know, just to walk through a door. We right here, bro. You come to us. We right here.
Y'all heard the book of Enoch?
We'll deal with that, man. Not yet, man. The Lord, it's not canon in our
book.
Bible.
They took it out the Bible.
But no, we got all the books.
The Bible never says there's a book of Enoch. It just said Enoch prophesied. It never said there's a book of Enoch.
But that's fake.
Just think what we got right here.
Basically, in that book, if it's part of the Bible, then it should line up with the Bible. There's things in the book of Enoch that doesn't line up with the Bible, so therefore you know it's erroneous. You know it's not real.
So there wasn't no fallen angels?
The fallen angels are us.
And
because we remember Adam was meant for Adam to live forever. You know, as long as Adam remained good. You know, but once Adam ate from that tree, you know, then that curse came upon him as well as all of his seed. And Adam was the chosen. You know, so we are those angels that fell from our first estate, you know, by way of the transgression of Adam. And now we continually transgress because we're in these bodies. You know, but the time is gonna come when we're gonna receive, according to 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter, we're gonna receive new glorified bodies, and that heart that we had that's fashioned after Adam is gonna be taken away from us, and we're gonna get a new heart from the Lord. So we're gonna live forever again. We're those angels, you know. So the book of Enoch, you know, it's contrary to the Bible. It goes against some of those things that are written in here. You know, those fallen angels are us. We were the ones. I knew you was about to say that. So what happened is we had sex with the women of the other nations. You know, the same way that our nation are having sex with women of other nations now. We were doing the same thing. And when we were dealing with them, just like King Solomon, he's a wonderful example. When King Solomon, what made King Solomon sin? No. King Solomon sinned because he had a bunch of strange wives, women of other nations, but in his old age, he began to worship their gods. So therefore there's a law that says, right now it's being done. You know, we can't change that. There's Israelites that are out there. Do you know that we're the Israelites? Okay, there's Israelites that are out there who have sex with women of other nations. So there's Israelites that are out there that look like other nations, but really they're Israelites. You know, one of the things that made us go off, well, hell, because even the women of our nation will make us go off. This just shows you that you can't follow a woman. You have to be stern. You have to gird up your loins like a man, and you have to follow the Lord, man. You know, you got to follow His word. You can't follow a woman, man. You got to be strong. You know?
It happened to Samson too.
It happened to Samson too, but Samson dealt with what? Oh, Samson was a Danite who dealt with the woman that was a what? A Philistine. So the same, everything. There's, like the scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun. You know, I'm not trying to be long-winded, but there's nothing new under the sun. So the same things that were happening now in this time were the same temptations that they were facing in the garden. You know, so those women of the other nations, when they went into them, they had sex with them, right? But they didn't. When they had sex with them, they didn't give birth to giants. You know. The scriptures goes from saying that the sons of God went into the daughters of the
we got it right here.
Okay, Con. The brother's gonna break it down for you.
Genesis 6. And it came to pass when man began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them.
Right, they had daughters that were born unto them, right? Go ahead.
And the sons of Yahweh saw that the daughters of men were fair.
This is telling you that it said they saw that the daughters of men were fair, because it says they multiplied on the earth and they had daughters, meaning the daughters were beautiful to them. He said, and they said they were fair, so they became beautiful to look at.
Right.
Now this wasn't talking about angels. It just said there was men on earth. Right. You know what I mean? And that's all it was men having sex and had daughters. And that's all it was. And there were giants in it, and then it said stop. And that they were giants in the land. It's just saying they were giants in the land. It wasn't giving you a fact that there were women, there were men, there were giants born from this union. It was just giants, because it was one giant that was still at the end. It was called, what's his name? He was a Rephilim.
Well, shit,
Goliath.
Goliath was a giant.
Yeah, he was. But a lot of even Saul was numbered with the giants. You know, he was tall.
Y'all think the giants made the pyramid?
No.
No,
Let's stick with this.
We made it.
Black people.
Hey, let me point out something to you, right? It says in the sons of God, right? What does the word Israel mean? The word Israel means prince of God, princess of God. So if you're a prince of somebody, that means that you're his what? That means you're his son. So we're called the sons of the Most High. You know, by us being called Israelites. Just how Adam, when you go back then, Adam's seed and his offspring was chosen. Therefore, they were called the sons of God. You know, so fast forwarding into this time, we're called Israel. You know, so we're the sons of the Most High Heavenly Father.
When he said that, it might say nephilim.
Yeah.
The word nephilim means sons of God.
For real?
That's all. And it was the sons of God. And sons of God is a prince, right?
But they be saying nephilim giants.
No, that's what
But that's somebody's breakdown.
That's their breakdown.
But the scriptures are not given to private interpretation.
Right.
You know, there's only one interpretation. There's only one truth. And the truth is given through the Spirit of the Lord, man, unto his prophets. And we're the prophets of the Lord.
Right.
Go ahead.
And they took them wives of all which they chose.
They took wives, so men took wives of all which they wanted.
Right.
You know, and it's just men on the earth taking another woman that they see, so it could be a woman of this nation. You know what I mean? And that's all. It wasn't more. It wasn't more, nothing less. They went to they grabbed women that they liked. There.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. It wasn't nothing more. It wasn't a union that made giants. The giants were already on the land. Because remember when Israel went out and well, that's at the beginning. But Israel went out and they saw giants when they were scouting out.
In the flood of Noah, wash all the giants away.
No, Noah, when Noah came in, everything got restarted. You know what I mean? Everything got restarted after that. You know, but go ahead, read.
Third verse. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man,
Right.
for he is also flesh.
He got tired. He got tired of because niggas was sinning back then.
Right.
Before it jumped to that sentence saying that in the Lord's